Hello guys, so I'm not looking at my best today. I've actually had a cold and stuff, and pretty much have laid around and watched TV all day and all that good stuff. Xfinity is a lifesaver. I've watched a lot of good movies on there today. Anyways, I'm up here at the Walmart. I don't know if you can see that. You can see the light there shining. Me and Johnny had went out to eat at this Chinese restaurant, and now I'm up here at Walmart, and I just figured I would come on here and talk to you guys for a minute. So, you know, the holidays are upon us, and a lot of times people forget like the true meaning of Christmas, and they forget about like family, and like not really forget about your family, but I mean like, you know, you have your family, and some people forget to, you know, be thankful for them, because until you experience like losing loved ones, like so many loved ones at a time, I guess you would say, like I'm speaking on the behalf of me, or just really any loved ones, you know, and especially like people that just die, just, you know, just at a random given moment, you know, somebody that's not, you know, wasn't sick or anything, like my uncle or my mom or my dad. Both of them were just, you know, they just died quick, young. You know, like Ricky was 50 something, like 51 or 52. My dad was 37, and my mom was 41. So a lot of times people, including me, I'm gonna speak for myself, and I gotta hurry because I don't have much battery on my phone. But you know, I get to thinking how my life has changed so much. It's like a 360 how it's changed. And I'm happy more than I've ever been in my life. You know, God's blessed me with a wonderful husband. Love that man to death, guys. He's my everything. And he was a lifesaver to me. Like, he really saved me from, I was really sinking into this really deep, dark place. Like, I felt trapped, and it's hard to get on that subject. But really blessed to have him. I believe with all my heart that he was God sent. And but anyways, what I'm getting at, during times such as Christmas and holidays and stuff like that, people really don't realize how blessed they are. And a lot of them just, they get their minds on like getting in a hurry to getting the gifts, and, you know, having to do this, having to do that. But really and truly, each family need to stop and think and say, look, I've got my daughter here, I got my son here, sons, daughters, whatever you have, grandma, grandpa, moms, dads, cousins, friends, you know, your spouse. Stop and be thankful. And if it were that you didn't have any material things on this world, but you had your family, you had your mom, you had your dad, stop and be thankful and be blessed. A lot of people worries about like what fancy gift they're going to be getting, or, you know, when really and truly the true meaning is about Jesus, and, you know, sharing the love. And so I'm always like, since all of this has happened, I've been able to step back and look, you know, what I have. Like, you know, I didn't really think about it a whole lot whenever my grandma was here, because I just relied on her so much. Like, I would go down there every day, and like, she was my everything. I could talk to her, and she never did once guide me wrong, or she never judged or any of that mess. But when you step back and you experience so much heartache, here I am getting emotional, and so much, you know, like, when your mom leaves or your dad leaves, it's just, you step back and you realize what you do have. And I'm so blessed to have, you know, my husband that loves me with all of his heart, and he has really truly made me feel loved. And never in my life have I ever felt that way. And, you know, once you have that, like me now, I'm thankful for that. And even when I look like not having like my mom or my dad or my mama or papa, you know, or aunts and uncles that's passed away, when I stop and think, you know, God has given me 4 beautiful kids. Yes, at times they get on my nerves because kids are kids, you know. But like, as I was leaving that Chinese restaurant, I don't know if y'all can see this, but Katie had wrote her name right here. And then on my car, I've got little lip prints, and which this car ain't fancy or nothing like that, but little hand prints. You know, I'm so blessed. And I'm so thankful that God has chosen me to be the parent of my kids. I'm blessed that I've got a large family. I've got 4 kids, and I've got 2 girls and 2 boys, and I've got a brother. But I've always wanted to experience having a sister. And now, you know, whenever I had my 2 girls, I'm like, they get to experience that now. And, you know, if you stop and think of the true meaning blessings that you have, I was listening to a song driving over here, and it was just like, I don't know, I was just that overwhelming, like, thankfulness that you get, you know. And it's like all of the bad things that's happened don't even matter, because you know what? If you're here on this earth, and if you're living, and if you have breath, you are blessed. You are blessed. If you're living here and you don't have health problems, and you can walk, and you can talk, and you can see out of your eyes, you know, there's a lot of people that can't even see the beauty that God's given us. And us as individuals forget that. We forget, you know, because when we start having hard times and stuff like the weight of the world starts getting on your shoulders, and, you know, all of this stuff. And like, whenever I come down with this, like, cancer stuff, you know, if I didn't have any kids prior to that, and I had to have all this surgery and stuff, your chances are low in getting pregnant. But, you know, luckily, I've had all my children. And, you know, God knows exactly what He's doing. And God wants us to have a grateful heart. And if you see somebody out here in the world struggling, or somebody that, like, you know, is down and out, put a smile on your face. And whatever load that you're carrying, you know, it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to be there, but don't stay there. Don't stay there in that mess, you know. And I'm thankful for my friends here on YouTube. I've got some good friends, guys. Y'all are awesome. All of my followers that follow us, and I've said it before, but a lot of you guys helped pull me out of that crap that I was in this past year. And all of the prayers and the comments, you know, half of them I couldn't even read because of the shape that I was in. I was at this emotional state. But, you know, I was there for a reason. I was in that lowness, and just stepping back and looking, and then like, sometimes when I'm at church and I'm sitting there, I would sit in the middle of the seats there. And it was a new church I started last February at the church that we're going to now. And I was sitting there, and I just felt so low and broken, which I was. It was back when I wasn't, you know, YouTubing. I quit for a while. Everything was, like, literally turned upside down. And I remember sitting there, that same spot, and the church people just, you know, took me and my family in, and loved us, and supported us, and lifted us up. And me sitting there the other night, and sometimes on Sundays, like God reminiscences to me, and He shows me, look, you were here, and now you have overgrown that, and you've overcome that. And out of all of the things that I've been through in my life, like all of the hard times that I faced, God was faithful. And I'm so thankful for His presence. I'm so thankful for at times whenever you feel overwhelmed and anxiety, and just that still small presence and that still small voice that just oversees your body. And I'm blessed. You're blessed. So if you have your family, if you have your mom, if you have your dad, if you have, sisters and brothers and cousins, take a minute and look what you have, because one day you're going to be on the end that I'm in, and all the others that are going through this, and you won't have that. All I'm saying is this Christmas, be thankful with an open heart for what you've got. And I will also say a prayer for all of yous that have, I just said yous. Cheryl Forner, I think that's her name. She talks like that and says yous, and I just totally thought of her when I said that. But I will keep y'all up on my heart in your prayers. And man, that was an emotional time just then for me. But I'm just, this whole YouTube thing has been a really good place for me to open up and share and give God the glory and the praise, because I've always said I don't have to get out here and sing in front of 100 people, or I've always had the desire to sing. That's who I am, singing and sharing my testimony. But God has really blessed me and given me this platform here to breathe life in to the hurting and the people that are just like me, and sometimes at times when all that crap went on, I felt like so unwanted and so unloved. And the sad part about it is Christians are the ones that done it. And I'm a Christian, and I never want to have that kind of heart, that ugly, hateful heart of like better than thou. Because if you look in the mirror, it's coming right back at you. Live, guys. Laugh, and love. Keep God first in your life. Strive to the best. Strive to do better. And when you fall, pick yourself up and rise again. Because guess what? This world is winding down, and life is short. Whether if we're here when God comes back, or one day we're gonna die. Whenever we were born, we were ordained to die at a certain time, and God knows. And so I always just want to keep my channel uplifting, and if I'm having a hard time, I'll share it with you guys, because we all need to know that you can overcome, and you can rise above grief, and you can rise above the loneliness, and because God will give you that peace that you need. You just got to pray and ask and seek and believe, because He's there, and He wants somebody out there to know. I don't know who it is, but I wasn't even going to do a video, but I just had the need to. So just pray, guys. I'm praying for you guys. Love you guys.